Become the person who attracts SUCCES. Success is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. It does not pursue the unready. It does not bow to the wishful thinker. Success seeks the prepared, the disciplined, the ones who have forged themselves in the fires of self-mastery. Understand this: you do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. If you wish to have more, you must first become more. To attract success, you must embody the traits, the habits, and the mindset of a successful individual before the rewards appear. It all begins with a burning desire, not a mere wish or a fleeting hope, but a deep, unquenchable fire inside you. A desire so powerful that it drives you to action every single day, regardless of the obstacles, regardless of the doubt, regardless of the fear. Yet, desire alone is not enough. Desire must be harnessed by a definite plan, a clear, unwavering blueprint for achievement. Vague dreams create vague results. The successful are precise. They know exactly what they want, and they map the road to it with bold, unwavering strokes. Self-discipline is the price that separates the dreamer from the doer. It is the ability to command your impulses, to choose actions aligned with your goals instead of your moods. Success bows to the individual who conquers self first. Control your thoughts, your habits, your emotions, and you will control your destiny. Your mind is a magnet. When it is saturated with clear goals, unwavering faith, and persistent effort, it draws to itself the people, the circumstances, and the opportunities necessary for success. Guard your thoughts as you would a treasure, because what dominates your mind will sooner or later shape your life. Persistence is your silent partner in this journey. Temporary defeat is not failure. Obstacles are not final. They are merely tests to measure the strength of your commitment. Most quit when success is just around the corner. Those who persist, despite the darkness, find themselves standing in the light. Finally, remember this: above all, your character is the foundation of all lasting achievement. Talent may open doors, but only character can keep them open. Integrity, loyalty, courage, and humility are not old-fashioned values. They are eternal laws of success. Become the person worthy of success, and success will come, drawn to you by the irresistible force of who you have become. The world does not give you what you want. The world rewards you for who you are. Start today. Become the magnet for the life you dream of. Success is not a fleeting thing you chase across the horizon like a mirage. It is not something to be begged for, hunted, or pursued with desperation. Success is not out there in some distant land waiting to be captured. It is right here, within your reach, awaiting the moment you become ready to receive it. You do not win success by running after it. You attract it by becoming the kind of person to whom success is naturally drawn. The world rewards value. It always has, and it always will. Value is the invisible currency that governs every achievement, every opportunity, every step forward in life. The greater your value, the greater the success you command. Not because you demanded it, but because it becomes inevitable. A magnet does not struggle to pull metal to itself. It simply is magnetic. Likewise, you must transform yourself into a human magnet for success. And you do that by working relentlessly on your own value. Value is not a trick. It is not something you fake or pretend. True value stems from knowledge, from skills, from character, from the ability to solve problems and to serve others. If you wish to have more, you must first give more. If you seek influence, wealth, recognition, or fulfillment, the first question to ask is not, how can I get it? But rather, how can I deserve it? This shift in thinking is the dividing line between those who merely dream and those who achieve. Many spend their lives chasing opportunities, chasing riches, chasing applause, hoping to catch something that always seems just out of reach. But the rare individuals, the ones who rise above the rest, understand that the secret lies within. They do not chase, they attract. They invest every day in building themselves into someone so valuable, so competent, so strong in character, that opportunities naturally find them. The marketplace, life itself, does not respond to wishes or good intentions. It responds to preparedness. It rewards the individual who has paid the price in discipline, in study, in effort, in sacrifice. If you wish to achieve great success, you must become indispensable. You must reach a level of mastery where your presence solves problems, creates growth, and elevates others around you. At that point, success is no longer a question of if, but a certainty of when. Becoming valuable is a conscious decision, not a passive accident. It demands commitment to continuous growth. It demands that you see yourself not as you are, but as you could be, and then work tirelessly to bridge that gap. You must make excellence your standard and improvement your obsession. You must wake up each day asking, how can I grow stronger? How can I think deeper? How can I serve better? Patience is essential in this journey. Growth does not happen overnight. Mastery does not arrive with a single decision. True value is forged over time through seasons of struggle, learning, reflection, and relentless action. There will be times when your efforts seem invisible, when the world pays you no notice, when results feel slow to appear. But remember, the roots grow deep before the tree bears fruit. Every ounce of work you put into yourself is laying the foundation for a future that cannot be denied. You must also understand that attracting success is not about selfish gain. The highest forms of success come to those who solve problems for others, who make life better for others, who lead, inspire, and contribute. The law is simple. The more people you help, the more valuable you become. The more value you create for the world, the more rewards the world is eager to return to you. Guard your energy. Guard your thoughts. Every moment you spend complaining, doubting, or fearing is a moment stolen from your growth. Build yourself instead. Focus on creating, not chasing. Focus on learning, not wishing. Focus on giving, not grabbing. Day by day, action by action, you will elevate yourself to a level where success cannot help but recognize you. The moment you stop running after success and start building yourself into a person of value, the game changes. You shift from a position of weakness to a position of strength. You stop being the beggar and become the prize. Success will find you as surely as rivers find their way to the sea, because value is the gravitational force of all achievement. Your future does not depend on luck. It depends on what you build inside yourself. Become valuable, become strong, become wise, and in time, success will be drawn to you, not because you chased it, but because you earned it. A burning desire is the starting point of all great achievement. Without it, there is no drive, no persistence, no hunger powerful enough to overcome the inevitable obstacles that stand between you and your goals. Desire is not a weak wish. It is not a casual preference. It is a fierce, consuming obsession that takes hold of your mind, captures your heart, and demands that you move forward no matter how difficult the path becomes. It is the internal fire that refuses to be extinguished by fear, by failure, or by the slow grind of time. But desire alone is not enough. The world is filled with people who want more out of life, yet only a few ever realize their dreams. The difference lies in the bridge between desire and achievement, a definite plan. A burning desire without a plan is like a blazing fire with no direction, powerful, yet unfocused, dangerous, and ultimately wasted. True achievement comes when desire is disciplined by intelligent planning. It is not enough to want. You must know exactly what you want, why you want it, and how you intend to get it. A definite plan transforms raw energy into strategic action. It turns dreams into blueprints, and blueprints into reality. It forces you to move beyond vague hopes and into specific steps that build momentum. Without a plan, even the strongest desire withers under the pressure of daily life. Distractions, doubts, and delays creep in when there is no map to guide your journey. But when you have a clear, definite plan, every day has purpose. Every action, no matter how small, becomes a step toward your ultimate goal. Creating a definite plan requires thought clarity and courage. You must be brutally honest with yourself about where you are now and where you want to go. You must outline the steps you will take, the resources you will need, and the obstacles you are likely to face. You must commit your plan to paper, because a plan unwritten is a plan unrealized. When you write your plans down, you solidify them, you make them real in your mind, and that mental clarity shapes your actions in the physical world. However, you must also understand that a plan is a living thing. It must be flexible enough to adapt to changing circumstances, yet strong enough to keep you moving forward. Rigid plans can break under pressure, but definite plans that allow for learning, adjustment, and resilience are the ones that survive and thrive. When obstacles arise, and they will, your plan becomes your foundation, your guide, your source of direction when emotions run high and the path seems uncertain. Desire and planning together form a powerful synergy. Desire fuels your energy and motivation. Planning channels that energy into focused, consistent effort. When combined, they create an unstoppable force that can overcome almost any challenge. You must feed your desire daily, nurturing it with visualization, affirmation, and reflection on your purpose. Simultaneously, you must refine and act on your plan, evaluating your progress and making adjustments as necessary. Do not make the mistake of thinking that achievement is reserved for the lucky or the privileged. It belongs to those who want it badly enough and are willing to plan, work, and sacrifice for it. It belongs to those who wake up every day with their goal burning in their mind and their next step clear in their hand. Luck may occasionally favor the unprepared, but lasting success only embraces those who have paid the price in advance through disciplined desire and strategic planning. You must be prepared to devote yourself fully. Half-hearted desire yields half-hearted results. Vague plans yield vague outcomes. But when your desire becomes an obsession, when it dominates your thoughts, your choices, your conversations, your habits, and when that desire is paired with a clear, practical, and persistent plan, you become a force that the world cannot easily resist. You create a momentum within yourself that draws opportunities, allies, and resources into your orbit. Everything great that has ever been accomplished in this world began with a burning desire and a definite plan. Whether it was a breakthrough invention, a towering business empire, a world-changing movement, or a personal triumph over hardship, the formula remains unchanged. If you desire greatness, begin by setting your mind on fire with a purpose so strong that it consumes doubt. Then forge a plan so clear, so detailed, and so determined that it becomes impossible for you to stray from your path. Plant the seed of burning desire, water it with definite plans, and tend it with daily action. In time, it will grow into an achievement beyond your imagination, not by chance, but by the unbreakable law of cause and effect. Self-discipline is the invisible bridge that connects what you want with what you achieve. It is the vital link between a burning desire and the tangible results you seek in your life. Many people dream, hope, and plan, but only a few cross the chasm from wanting to having, from imagining to creating. That crossing is made possible only by the power of self-discipline. Without it, desires remain fantasies. With it, dreams become inevitable realities. Self-discipline is the ability to make yourself do what must be done, when it must be done, whether you feel like it or not. It is the conscious control over your actions, thoughts, and emotions. It is the quiet strength that drives you to choose what is right over what is easy. It is easy to act when you are motivated, when circumstances are favorable, when excitement is high. But the true measure of self-discipline is revealed in the moments of fatigue, discouragement, and temptation. It is in those moments that the future is decided. Every worthy goal demands a price. That price is usually paid in the currency of consistent effort, delayed gratification, and the willingness to endure discomfort in pursuit of something greater. Without self-discipline, the mind will always seek the path of least resistance. It will justify procrastination, rationalize distractions, and excuse weakness. But with self-discipline, you gain mastery over yourself. You rise above the impulses of the moment and align your actions with your higher vision. Understand that self-discipline is not a punishment, it is a gift. It is not the suppression of joy, it is the creation of lasting joy through the fulfillment of your potential. The undisciplined individual may enjoy fleeting pleasures, but the disciplined individual experiences the profound satisfaction of growth, achievement, and self-respect. Every act of discipline strengthens your character, sharpens your mind, and deepens your sense of purpose. Self-discipline is not inherited, it is built. It is forged through daily choices, small victories over laziness, fear, and distraction. It is built by setting clear standards for yourself and refusing to lower them when convenience calls. It is maintained by understanding the connection between your present actions and your future outcomes. Every time you choose discipline over ease, you reinforce the identity of a winner within yourself. The journey of self-discipline begins with clarity. You must know what you want and why it matters. Vague goals breed weak discipline. When your vision is vivid and your purpose compelling, you summon the strength to act even when the way is hard. You must also cultivate habits that make discipline automatic. Structure your environment, set routines, limit temptations, and track your progress. Success is often less about sudden bursts of effort and more about steady, consistent patterns of behavior. Obstacles will arise and setbacks are inevitable. But self-discipline does not mean perfection, it means perseverance. It means getting back up faster each time you fall. It means refusing to let a bad day turn into a bad week. It means reminding yourself daily that your future is shaped not by occasional brilliance, but by relentless persistence. True self-discipline is also rooted in self-respect. When you honor your commitments to yourself, you build inner trust. You learn that you are someone who follows through, who can be relied upon, who finishes what they start. This internal trust becomes a source of immense confidence and courage. It is difficult to overestimate the power of believing in your own ability to act in accordance with your highest values. There are no shortcuts. There are no secrets hidden from you. The road to any meaningful achievement passes through the field of self-discipline. Those who try to bypass it find themselves lost, frustrated, and bitter. Those who embrace it, who welcome the challenge, find themselves growing stronger, faster, sharper, and more capable with each step forward. In the end, your desires are only the starting point. They are the spark. But self-discipline is the fuel that keeps the fire burning until it becomes a beacon that lights up your entire life. Your results will always be the reflection of the discipline you have shown. If you want extraordinary outcomes, you must cultivate extraordinary discipline. The life you dream of is waiting for you, not across a void of wishing, but across the bridge of action, commitment, and perseverance. Build that bridge every day, step by step, choice by choice. And soon you will find yourself standing firmly on the ground of your greatest ambitions realized. Your thoughts are the blueprints from which the structure of your life is built. Every achievement, every defeat, every experience you encounter is first born in the silent chambers of your mind. What you hold consistently in your thoughts, you inevitably bring into existence. If you think in terms of strength, courage, and success, your actions will align with those forces and create corresponding results. But if you allow fear, doubt, and limitation to take root in your thinking, you will construct a life that mirrors those weaknesses. The truth is simple and inescapable. You become what you think about most of the time. Your dominant thoughts set the direction of your energy, shape your emotions, influence your decisions, and ultimately carve the path you walk each day. The mind is incredibly powerful, yet it is also incredibly impressionable. It absorbs ideas from your environment, your conversations, your habits, and even your idle daydreams. If you do not deliberately guard and guide your thoughts, you risk becoming a prisoner of negativity, fear, and mediocrity without even realizing it. To guard your thoughts with vigilance means to become the conscious master of your inner dialogue. It means refusing to tolerate thoughts of failure, unworthiness, or hopelessness, no matter how seductive or justified they may seem. It means recognizing that every thought carries creative power, and therefore every thought must be chosen wisely, just as a skilled architect would never carelessly design a structure without considering every detail. You must never allow your mind to entertain ideas that weaken your purpose or poison your spirit. It is not enough to simply avoid negative thinking. You must actively cultivate positive, empowering, and courageous thoughts. Visualize your goals as already achieved. Speak to yourself in terms of victory, persistence, and excellence. Surround yourself with words, images, and people who reinforce the reality you are building in your mind. Every book you read, every conversation you engage in, every thought you dwell upon should be a brick laid carefully toward the construction of your destiny. This requires discipline, because the world is filled with distractions designed to pull your mind into fear, comparison, and scarcity. You must learn to reject the noise. You must learn to retreat inward and hold firm to the vision of who you are becoming, even when the outside world offers you doubt. When others speak of limitations, you must silently affirm possibilities. When others predict failure, you must reinforce in your mind the certainty of your success. Guarding your thoughts does not mean pretending that challenges do not exist. It means choosing to believe in your ability to overcome them. It means interpreting every setback as a lesson, every obstacle as an opportunity for growth, and every delay as a test of your patience and faith. It means developing a mind so strong, so clear, and so committed that it cannot be shaken by temporary circumstances. Your destiny is not decided by external events. It is decided by your internal response to those events. It is your interpretation, your focus, your meaning that shapes your future. Two people may face the same hardship. One is broken by it, the other is strengthened. The difference lies not in the event, but in the thought patterns each person has trained themselves to maintain. Train your mind to see possibilities where others see impossibilities. Train your mind to focus on solutions instead of problems. Train your mind to expect success even when evidence is not yet visible. You must realize that thoughts held in the mind consistently with emotion and belief soon move into action. Actions repeated with consistency become habits. Habits over time solidify into character, and your character inevitably shapes your destiny. Therefore, your very future, the life you will live, the person you will become, is being decided right now by the thoughts you choose to entertain. You are the guardian of your mind. No one else has the power to police your thoughts unless you give it to them. Stand watch over your mental world with unwavering vigilance. When a negative thought tries to creep in, challenge it. Replace it. When fear whispers lies to you, answer back with truth. When doubt knocks at the door, meet it with conviction and send it away. Your mind is the greatest tool you have been given. If you master it, you master your life. If you neglect it, you surrender your potential to the winds of chance. Make the decision today to think with purpose, to think with clarity, to think with power. Build within your mind the image of the life you desire, and hold to it no matter what storms arise. In time, your outer world will come to reflect the strength, beauty, and greatness you first constructed within. Persistence is the silent force that transforms ordinary character into extraordinary greatness. It is the quality that strengthens resolve when the path becomes rough, that hardens your will when defeat seems imminent, and that propels you forward when everything in you wants to quit. Without persistence, talent wastes away, ambition shrivels, and dreams collapse under the weight of adversity. But with persistence, even the most modest beginnings can evolve into towering achievements. Character is not formed by comfort. It is forged in the fires of challenge and struggle, and persistence is the fuel that keeps you moving through those fires when every instinct tells you to turn back. Steel does not become steel without being subjected to intense heat and pressure, and neither does character. It is persistence that provides the necessary hardening the resistance to failure, the refusal to yield that ultimately defines who you are at the deepest level. Many people start strong. They set goals with enthusiasm. They make promises to themselves with excitement. But the world does not reward the person who starts. It rewards the person who finishes. The journey from where you are to where you want to be will test you. It will ask you to prove how badly you want what you say you want. Obstacles will arise not to stop you, but to reveal to you the strength of your own spirit. Every difficulty you encounter is an invitation to persist, to dig deeper, and to demonstrate your commitment. Persistence is not blind stubbornness. It is intelligent, adaptive tenacity. It means you are willing to adjust your approach while never losing sight of your destination. It means learning from failure, not being broken by it. Each setback becomes a stepping stone when you persist. Each rejection becomes a redirection. Each disappointment becomes a deeper source of determination. Without persistence, difficulties defeat you. With persistence, difficulties shape you into a stronger, wiser, more capable version of yourself. You must expect that success will require more time, more effort, and more endurance than you initially anticipate. Most people underestimate the price of greatness. They believe that once they find the right strategy or the right opportunity, success will flow easily. But the truth is, every great achievement is the cumulative result of countless small, unseen acts of persistence. It is the refusal to give up during the tedious hours, the silent battles, and the lonely moments when progress seems invisible. Persistence demands emotional strength. There will be days when frustration clouds your mind, when exhaustion weakens your body, and when doubt whispers that you are wasting your time. Those are the days when persistence matters most. Anyone can continue when the way is smooth and the rewards are immediate. But those who achieve lasting greatness are those who continue even when there is no applause, no recognition, and no apparent progress. They persist because they know that the reward lies not just in the outcome, but in the transformation happening within them as they persevere. Building persistence is like building muscle. It grows through deliberate, repeated effort. Every time you choose to push forward when you feel like quitting, you strengthen your persistence. Every time you endure one more hour of focused work, make one more call, take one more step, you are conditioning yourself for victory. Persistence compounds over time, just as drops of water can eventually carve canyons into solid rock. You must make a decision to be relentless, to keep going not just when it is easy, but especially when it is hard. To keep believing in your vision, even when the results are not yet visible. To keep moving forward even when fear, fatigue, and frustration try to anchor you in place. Persistence transforms the impossible into the inevitable because it refuses to accept defeat as final. Remember that you are always planting seeds with your persistence. Much of the growth happens underground, unseen by the eye, until one day it bursts forth into undeniable success. Trust the process. Honor the effort even when it seems unrewarded. Keep building your character with the discipline of persistence. And one day you will stand on ground that others deemed unreachable, not because you were the fastest or the most talented, but because you refused to quit. In the end, persistence is the ultimate measure of belief in yourself and your dream. It is the bridge that carries you across the barren stretches of your journey to the lush fields of achievement. Harden your character with persistence, and there will be no storm, no obstacle, no hardship that can defeat you. Like steel forged through fire, you will emerge stronger, sharper, and unstoppable. Success is not created in isolation. It is shaped, nurtured, and either accelerated or suffocated by the environment you build around yourself. Your environment is not just the physical space you inhabit, but the people you associate with, the information you consume, the habits you cultivate, and the attitudes you tolerate. Every element of your environment is either acting as fertilizer for your growth or as a toxin that stunts your potential. You must recognize this truth and take full responsibility for constructing an environment that nourishes your success. Most people underestimate the subtle yet powerful influence of their surroundings. They expose themselves daily to negativity, distractions, and mediocrity, believing they can rise above it through sheer willpower. But even the strongest mind, if constantly bombarded by poisonous influences, will eventually erode. Just as a healthy plant cannot thrive in toxic soil, you cannot thrive in a toxic environment. Therefore, one of your greatest tasks on the journey to success is to deliberately and ruthlessly design an environment that reinforces the person you are becoming. Begin by examining the people in your life, the attitudes, ambitions, and energy of those you associate with seep into your consciousness more deeply than you realize. If you surround yourself with individuals who are complacent, cynical, and fearful, you will absorb their limitations. Their doubts will infect your thinking. Their excuses will weaken your drive. But if you align yourself with those who are determined, positive, and growth-oriented, you will find your own ambitions lifted higher. Their belief in their own dreams will strengthen your belief in yours. Their energy will spark your energy. You must also guard the information you consume. Every book you read, every video you watch, every conversation you entertain leaves an imprint on your mind. Garbage in, garbage out. Excellence in, excellence out. Feed your mind daily with ideas, stories, and teachings that inspire action, courage, and vision. Treat your mind like a sacred space, only allowing in that which aligns with your highest aspirations. In a world where negativity screams and mediocrity is broadcast widely, you must become fiercely selective about what you allow into your consciousness. Your physical environment also matters more than you might think. Clutter, disorder, and chaos in your surroundings create clutter, disorder, and chaos in your mind. Build a space that energizes you, focuses you, and reminds you daily of your mission. It does not need to be luxurious, but it must be intentional. Every object, every image, every note you place around you should be a silent ally in your pursuit of greatness. Remove anything that drains your energy or distracts your focus. Equally important are the habits and routines you establish. Your environment includes the systems you build into your daily life, routines that discipline your actions, habits that reinforce your goals, rituals that prime your mind for success. These invisible structures form the environment of your behavior. Left to chance, your habits will fall into mediocrity. Designed with care, they will elevate you beyond what sheer effort alone could accomplish. Success becomes natural when your environment constantly nudges you toward it. Building a success-driven environment often requires difficult choices. It may mean distancing yourself from relationships that no longer serve your growth. It may mean saying no to activities, entertainments, and traditions that consume time without offering value. It may mean enduring periods of solitude as you rebuild the circle around you with greater intention. These sacrifices are not losses, they are trades. Trading comfort for growth, trading distraction for purpose, trading temporary approval for permanent achievement. Understand that you are both the architect and the gatekeeper of your environment. No one else has the responsibility or the right to create it for you. If your current environment does not support your dreams, it is your duty to change it. Excuses about circumstances are irrelevant. History is filled with individuals who rose from humble, even hostile environments by refusing to accept their surroundings as their fate. They created new environments through the sheer force of decision, action, and perseverance. Remember, always your environment is either working for you or against you. It is either feeding your vision or starving it. It is either lifting you higher or holding you down. Make the courageous choice to create a world around you that pulls the best out of you every single day. Your success does not just depend on what you do. It depends just as much on where and with whom you choose to do it. Construct an environment that breathes life into your dreams, and success will become not just possible, but inevitable.